Exactly. 1 2 1 2 1 2. I think we're ready to do this shit. Let's try it out. We're over here at, and I see Exclusive. What's the name of the studio again? Exclusive Studio Rec. I'm here back home, La Belle Province. I'm back in Montreal. For all the Toronto heads out there who are like, yo, Friday, once you go back to fucking Montreal and all that. Well, motherfucker, I did it. I'm not coming back.
Trust me. I'll
just play. But, you know, I had a special honor to be sitting with this gentleman here because I didn't know about you before. I'll be really honest with you, okay? And I put up a post saying, who's the top Montreal rapper, okay? And all of a sudden, people just started hitting up the fucking comments. King KLV. Like, I'm talking about like at least 30 different times with just that tag. Amongst other rappers, obviously, but
for sure.
Your name popped up predominantly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with no further ado, for the people who are in the listening audience who can't see the gentleman, and for the people who are here on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good shit. We got King KLV in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. What's going on, my dude?
What's going on, family? Yo.
Happy to be on the We Love Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? We're fans of this shit. Montreal people were following you, man.
Yo,
fuck with you guys.
I'm happy to even hear that, and respect for that, because like a lot of people associate us with Toronto, but like I see different people who hit us up from MTL like, yo, we fuck with the program, the program, and like we just want to make sure that we get more of that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're representing the whole country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And with you, you're a lyrical nigga, bro.
Facts.
You did 20 videos in one fucking year, fam?
Nah, I did 12. I did 12 last year. But my plan is to do 20 this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm at like 5 or 6 so far.
Okay.
Plan on doing 20 this year, you know?
So what motivating you to do that much output at one time?
I feel like consistency and just pushing it all the way is what's gonna get me more attention. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like one big thing nowadays is people aren't really into the lyrical shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? But like me being a lyrical artist, I'm trying to show people like, okay, look, I'm doing this lyrical thing, but me being consistent and me keep on getting in people's faces and shit like that.
Yeah,
that's gonna prove to people like, oh shit, who's this guy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Are you setting up like your videos song by song, or are you doing a bunch of videos and having them in the can so that you can do this much output?
At first, last year I was doing it like I held like 3 in the vault, 4 in the vault, and then just drop, right? But now that I told myself I'm gonna do the 20 over the year, I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna go boom, 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 boom. So it's just like, okay, I'll go do the video. Most of my video mans work quick, work fast and shit like that. So it's like, I'll do the video and then in a week he's done with it, I'm dropping it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
As somebody who's in their 20s still, why are you a lyrical rapper, fam? Nobody in your age group is usually on the lyrical shit. They're saucy.
That's a fact.
They're, you know, like you do use auto-tune sometimes, but the base of the song is verses where you're rapping.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So why?
I almost feel like it's because obviously it's something that people were doing back in the day, right? Like the Fabs, the Cassidys, the Jadakiss. Those are the people that I listen to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I almost feel like I'm bringing it back. I feel like people in the city, even worldwide, people aren't doing this shit no more, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a breath of fresh air sometimes, you know?
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the Dope Boy Diaries. Very dope.
Appreciate it.
Like, really fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm listening to like this evolved version of King K, and I'm thinking to myself, what does a 10-year-old King K sound like?
Okay. So what'd you find, man?
You tell me. I've never heard your recordings at 10, fam.
No, I got
because you started recording at 10, bro.
For sure, that's a fact. But I got my first tape that I put out. I think I was about 14, 15.
Okay.
Yeah, and that, you know what I'm saying, was my first professional tape, and it's like I still like I listen to it and I still hear myself the same way, but it's like obviously you're gonna see the big difference. I feel like a lot more life experiences, you know what I'm saying, a lot more practice into my craft, you know what I'm saying, but shit like that, yeah.
So at 10 years old, what are you rapping about at 10? Do you remember your 10-year-old rhymes?
Not much of them, but like basically, I always tried to do shit like meaningful. You know what I'm saying? Like if you listen to the Dope Boy Diaries tape, like if you listen to the whole thing and you know me personally, you're like, oh fuck yeah, I know when he went through that. I know when he went through that. I seen him do that. You know what I'm saying? So even from back in the day when I was younger, obviously like when you're 10, you're listening to artists and you're like, oh fuck, I want to rap like this. I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rapping like 50. I'm not living like 50 at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like a lot of times like my dad not being in my life, I'm gonna put that in my bars. My mom struggling with me and my brother, I'm gonna put that in my bars. You know what I'm saying? So a little bit of that and a little bit of the extra shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
And you grew up in Laval.
I grew up in Mississauga.
Oh.
Born in Mississauga, Acorn Place.
Okay.
I came down here when I was about 10 years old, lived in Laval for about 4 years, and then I came out here, Saint Laurent, 6'4".
Wow. So you're a traveled man.
Yes, sir.
So why the move from Sauga side to here in Montreal?
Basically, my grandma was having troubles paying the bills down here. She was living in Laval. She just went through a divorce with my grandfather, and she was having troubles paying the bills. So my mom took it upon herself to come down here with us, bring us down here to live with her and accommodate with, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so high school life, because you started doing high school over here in Montreal, Laval and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Before I even ask you about that part, right? What was like the transition like from a completely English place to coming to a city where French is the predominant language?
It was fucked. Like going into high school and even starting a bit of grade 6 over here and shit like that, it's like they're speaking straight French in school. I'm like, what's going on right now? Like, I didn't understand. I didn't understand what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't, I still till right now, I don't know French like that, you know? Like I haven't grasped onto it or, you know what I'm saying? Caught onto it and shit like that. But earlier days, like high school days, it was tough. It was tough for sure.
Did it like create conflicts and stuff like that? Because like I remember when I was younger, but this is like way back, right?
Yeah.
I'm old as fuck. But like this is way back, right? There used to be conflicts between the French and the English kids. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And it was because of language barriers and different things like that. But like in your generations, is that still happening?
Yeah and no. Like it wasn't too heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like we would bump into some of the French dudes after school and it's automatic. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't rock with each other. So there were little fights and shit like that over there. But like, it was more, I was in a all white school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With bare like Greeks, you know? So they were more beefing with the Italian school up the block. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even the French kids they're beefing with. It's like the Greeks and Italians, anytime they see each other, they're getting, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. For sure. So, but yeah, I feel like that was more even of more hard for me, like being in the all white school, because coming from Sauga, I was with all types of people, you know what I'm saying? But when I came down here, when I was in high school in Laval, I think there was like 11 black kids and like 800, 900 kids school, you know what I'm saying? So it was that was the difficult part, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I definitely can relate myself. When I went to school over here, I went to Chambly County over in the South Shore. Okay. Same situation. I was like one of like maybe four black kids in the school. Of 600 population school. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So it definitely can be a struggle. So like even when it comes to like you getting into your rapping and stuff like that, was that like partially an outlet for the different things that you were going through in your life?
Oh, for sure. Easily. You know what I'm saying? Like just being able to write about everything I'm going through, you know what I'm saying? That played a big part in my life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
You think that's why you started rapping from such a young age? You were always like looking for an outlet?
Nah, truthfully, like the reason I started rapping, and I say this to like when I'm in interviews and shit like that, you know? It's like I was moving from Mississauga to over here, basically.
Yeah.
We're in the car. It's me and my little bro. We're listening to Get Rich or Die Trying at the time. 50 Cent album, right? And just we're like, yo, let's try a thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just started writing bars from there, and it just never like just fell in love with it from there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've heard also from other interviews you mentioned like how because 50 was able to get into the melodies and stuff from early.
Exactly.
That's what helped to influence you with some of the melodies that you use.
Yeah.
Stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So like your first mixtape, you know, Where's My Crown?
Yeah.
You were already like, yo, I'm gonna be the top motherfucker in this city.
For sure. For sure. Yeah.
So what was your mind state going into making that mixtape?
Making that mixtape?
And what was life like going on around that time?
At that time, I was like 14, 15, right? So I was just kind of, I'd say jumping off the porch kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? Really getting into street shit, you know what I'm saying? I was really into music at those times. My little bro, blood brother, he was making every single beat that was on that tape, you know what I'm saying? So me and him still are to this day, but really tight, you know what I'm saying? It was a good experience. I locked in with a few guys. I was able to get on the radio, do a lot of shows at these times, you know? So I feel like at those times in my life, I'm jumping into the street shit, but also really getting involved in music now. Like it's more like serious now, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And you see also, you mentioned something because you're performing and you're a performing artist. I noticed that like in the other interviews, like, you talk about performing like multiple shows.
Yeah, facts.
As somebody who interviews a lot of rappers, one thing in Toronto, even some of our more popular guys don't perform. How are you able to get performances, especially you're talking street shit? Right?
Yeah, for sure. It was easier. It was definitely easier earlier on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm younger and it's like, you know, and I'm not as known also. So it's like when I'm going to these venues and shit like that, it's like people don't know me. So it's like when they bring my name to the cops and check in, oh, is this guy okay to perform? They're like, yeah, we don't really even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was easy. It was easy like that. I locked in with this guy named Zip. He runs a radio. He does his radio station thing on 102.3 or 92.3, some shit like that.
Ziploc?
Ziploc. You heard of him?
Ziploc from the Butter Babies.
Yes, sir.
Damn, I'm a fucking hip hop historian, bro.
Okay,
and I'm from here, fam.
Yes, sir.
I know the Butter Babies, Man Child, and Ziploc.
Yeah. That guy took me in from when I was young. You know what I'm saying? He put me in the studio for the first time, shit like that.
Salute
you know?
to Ziploc, yo.
Salute to Ziploc. He's a big what's the word I'm looking for?
Like an influence in the
big
city.
influence to me. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, he's the one that got me into the shows and kept pushing me like, oh, yo, we gotta. There's a venue this week. He's like, you want to lock in? For sure.
Yeah.
Next week, yo, lock me in. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And just kept on going from there.
Okay, so from back in them times, he's seen something in you like, he's got it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
early on.
Okay, and like over the years, you've put out a bunch of different mixtapes and stuff like that, or projects, right? Because they're on Spotify and different streaming platforms, right?
Yeah.
So even before I get to my next question, like, what gave you like the insight to know? Let me put them on the streaming platforms rather than okay, I got a mixtape. It's on Dat Piff or on.
So that's what it was, right? Like the Where's My Crown at the I Just Touched Down. Like my earlier work, it wasn't on the streaming platforms yet. I recently, probably in like 2019, put them up there and just you know what I'm saying, just to get them out there and show people like I've really been doing this for a while, even if you can't find me from before, you know? Yeah.
So, you know, fast forward, like 2019, you had a few different things that happened, right? I'm not gonna get into all of that stuff here, right? But it was stuff that, you know, had a few legal troubles and things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
From those times, right? Did that help put a battery in your back?
100%.
Right?
100%.
Tell me about that. Like, you know, like without getting into it, the feelings that were going on around them times where you're like, you know what? Am I gonna did you have that crossroads? Am I gonna continue rapping or am I gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like
from when that situation that you know about happened, it's like I feel like I got a second chance, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I've always loved this music shit. I've always loved spitting. So it's like when I went through that, and I felt like I got that second chance. I'm like, yo, let me push this a different level. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you see the 12 videos in 1 year.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit like that, for sure. For
sure. Yeah. And so what did you learn from that experience?
Honestly, just playing it more safe. You know what I'm saying? Playing it more safe and focusing more on the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? I feel like those are two things that I learned heavy from that experience, for sure. Yeah.
Being a Montreal rapper, right? This is like a city that has predominantly French-speaking culture out here, right? But even with the music, most of the rappers out here are French rappers.
Yeah.
Give me some of the struggles that it is like describe the struggles as an English rapper coming out of Montreal. Is it way harder, or is that cap?
I think it's way harder. I can't really judge because I wasn't making music in Toronto and Mississauga and shit like that, you know? But I do feel like if I was doing everything that I'm doing right now over there, I'd definitely be higher ranked. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so. I agree with that.
And it plays a big thing. Like the French side is like, it's 70%, right? So it's like, that 70% I'm not gravitating towards. I'm not getting those fans to lock in with me right away, you know? So yeah, I feel like that plays a big part for sure.
Yeah. So, but you do have, like I said in the beginning of our conversation, you do have a big fan base because
for sure.
Like how I found you is through the Instagram comments of people are like, you know, King KLV, right? Like, do you see that fan base out here? Like, you know, like, how do you connect with the English fans? This is for the people out here who are watching, who are other Montreal rappers, right? Because there's Montreal rappers I see when it comes to the English side that have like very small followings and different things like that, right?
Yeah.
So how do you connect to the English fans?
Honestly, I try and connect with as many as I can on a personal level. You get what I'm saying? Like when the English fan base is sharing my music video, I'm gonna say respect. I'm gonna say thank you. When they're sending the fire emojis, I'm gonna like it instead of just allowing it. You know what I'm saying? Even though it can be a lot, you know what I'm saying? But like even when they pull up to my shows, I try and take pictures with them and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to lock in with them as much as I can, just so they feel like, okay, like I fuck with this guy and he fucks with me. So it's different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And like with the scene out here, like, because on your mixtapes or on your projects, like, you know, you have Big LV on there, right?
Big's LV, yeah.
Big's LV.
Yeah.
And you don't have as many, you don't have a lot of outside of the camp features.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I always have one question in my brain.
Yeah.
But by the time I start getting to the question, I'm like, is there a reason for that? Like, is there like a polys thing going on in this city?
Not like, obviously there's polys everywhere, right? There's definitely polys everywhere, but I'm big on working with anybody kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? If it's not direct beef, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like you guys don't have problem with our guys. I'm down to work with you, bro. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm big on making this city big. You know what I'm saying? Not just myself. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm down to work with anybody for real, bro. It's just, I feel like my camp is so nice at spitting, then those are the guys I'm gonna have on my features. You know what I'm saying? If I see those guys that are nice, like nice, then I'm gonna work with them. You know what I'm saying? But it's not nothing personal. There's no, you know? Yeah.
Who should we be checking for from Montreal?
My nigga Loogie Badness.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's my boy right there.
Loogie Badness. We met behind the scenes.
Yes, sir. Loogie Badness. Grams LV. He's on the come up and he's from the same camp. You know what I'm saying? There's other artists too. There's Mike Shab, there's Golden Child.
Okay.
There's 6AKP, Kid Flacco, Bamboo Twigs. There's a bunch of dudes still, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that are really spitting. And if I forgot anybody, you know what I'm saying? Don't get at me.
Don't worry about it, guys.
Trying to show as much love as I can. You know what I mean?
The interview only have a certain amount of time for the interview. Okay, just relax.
Facts.
But like, and I heard of Bamboo Twigs. I did a reaction video for him.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And a few of the other people you mentioned. What about Toronto? Are you tapped into the Toronto scene?
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
And like, I guess I've done like this vlog survey where I'm asking, do you know Toronto rappers? But like what Toronto rappers are you aware of, and maybe some that you might even have plans on working with?
I'm aware of pretty much all of them. Like I follow your page.
Mhm,
I follow you know what I'm saying? I follow a lot of these guys because it's like they're right next to us. And it's like I feel like we have more of a connection with them than we would have with a rapper in the States. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely connected with a lot of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a few rappers. I can't go too deep into it because we still got shit cooking up and going on. But there's rappers like Stax.
Okay,
I fuck with Stax. There's rappers like Honcho Prime, Prime Slat. He's nice. Mac Dizzle. He hangs with Police Camp. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Mac Dizzle's nice. The Crook, Pangs. You know what I'm saying? Couple of dudes. You know what I'm saying? I like Mula First a lot. I like his boy Osama. He's locked up right now, but he's nice with it. Yeah. There's a few guys though.
Stop right there, because when you mentioned Mula First, that's like when I started first seeing like that you're putting out this amount of videos. That's one of the first people that's names popped to my mind. Yeah, because in Toronto right now, he's doing like a video a month. He's like 36 videos for 36 months. And like, you know what I mean?
And
like
he mentions it. He mentions it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when I seen that you're putting out this much music at this much, like in a short space of time, I'm like, he gets it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So like, I know like the biggest rapper in the world come from Toronto. Yeah. Do you think that that's a possibility from Montreal as well?
For the biggest?
Yeah. Because nobody ever thought the biggest rapper in the world could come from Toronto in the first place.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like there has to be like a motivation that comes from the Montreal rapper. Like I moved to Toronto, but I don't think that we all should have to do that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
So do you feel that like we can achieve that from here?
It's definitely a possibility, for sure. Like the hunger I see in myself and a lot of others that are coming out of here, it's like I could definitely see that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Even, and like this last couple questions on the scene stuff, right? Like, do you think that there's a shadow of Toronto when it comes to the rest of Canada?
A shadow of Toronto? What do you mean?
Like, because Toronto's scene is so big, it kind of makes it hard for like other regions to get.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Like it blocks the rest out, kind of thing, right? Kinda, yeah. For sure. But it's like, so how come in the States they got Atlanta, they got New York, they got LA, they got boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like it should be able to work here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think it's a unity thing when it comes to any region, right? Yeah. But when it comes to like the smaller regions, like if you can get like more of the people together and collaborating and putting shows together and stuff like that, then it makes it where like each scene becomes a major factor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you don't have to worry about Toronto being the biggest scene or whatever, because Montreal scene is so popping that people from Toronto want to go over there and get their shit off too. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
There's the lyric that I that stood out to me when I was listening to some of your stuff, right? On the road to riches, and all I found was a cul-de-sac.
Trust me. That's trapping for 100 years.
Bars.
Yes, sir.
Explain that bar to me, fam. That shit put a tingle up my spine when I heard it, fam.
No, respect. I appreciate that for sure. But I don't know, fam. Like, I'll be writing myself. I'm like, this one's a hitter. This one's a, you know, I really don't know how it all comes together. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's one of the hitters still. Like, I feel that bar because I feel like I wrote that bar right when I got into a few of my legal issues. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was writing that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why it hits. It really hits, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's how I was feeling at the time too. On the road to riches, and ended up being in a cul-de-sac. You know what I mean?
Back in a circle.
Yeah, you're going the opposite way. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure.
Do you think? Because like from listening to your music and like hearing like all of the different like you talk about how you feel about your experiences. Do you think that you deal with PTSD?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I actually I was seeing a therapist. It was
Nice.
one of my conditions to see the therapist. And honestly, bro, like I was happy I got that, bro.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Being able to talk to a therapist and really tell her about my experiences without being judged and without being, you know what I'm saying? And she, like, that shit felt good, bro. Like, and she's the one that pointed it out to me. She's like, you got PTSD. I'm like, damn. Like, when you say it like that, I'm like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And I think, you know, with like how you had that like court appointed to you and you got to get that realization from it.
Yeah.
I think more people, when they're coming from the struggle and from and especially when you have to deal, when you've dealt with street circumstances, should have some kind of therapy where like Medicare or OHIP for the people in Ontario are covering that to some degrees.
Real shit.
I think we're all dealing with some kind of PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
nah, real shit. If you have the time for it, if you have the money for it, if you know what I'm saying, if it's something that you can reach out to, do it. I advise it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because it was big for me. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, man. King KLV. What do you got coming up next, bro?
Dope Boy Diaries 2.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm missing like probably 2-3 tracks, and we're getting ready to drop real soon. Real soon.
Your recording process before we're done here, right?
Yeah.
Because I got the honor to be here in the studio, seeing you cooking up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, is that your usual process where like you actually have lyrics written down, or sometimes you just go and like punch in and stuff like that, like people tell me?
For verses, it's always written down.
Nice.
It's always written down. For hooks and shit like that, I'll punch in. I'll go in. I'll mess around with it. I got a good engineer right here too. He'll tell me, nah, that doesn't sound good. Do that part again.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds nice. You know what I'm saying? And then punch in. But that's mainly for hooks. For verses, I always come prepared with verses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, I rate it.
Yeah.
Yo, thank you, man.
Much love.
Yo, King KLV in the building.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure to check out the Dope Boy Diaries that's out right now. He's currently here in the studio right now. I'm interrupting the cooking session for Dope Boy Diaries Part 2.
Yes, sir.
But when the cooking is done and it's out the oven, make sure to cop that too. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And give them your social medias, like let them know where to find you.
Oh, for sure.
Music, everything like that.
Yeah, King KLVG on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. King KLV on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever streaming services I'm on there. You know what I'm saying? Dope Boy Diaries 2 coming real soon. Free my guy Killer, free O-Dog, and shout out Friday. I really appreciate this. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, fam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. King KLV in the building. Montreal road trip. Make sure to tap in, subscribe, all that good shit. And we off of this.
Facts.
Deuces.
We love hip hop, man.
Glad y'all made it to the end of this video. And if you like this video right here, we got a couple more for y'all to choose from right here. And make sure to like and subscribe, okay? And make sure to share this video to a friend and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that the We Love Hip Hop Network is the leading network in Canada. Cheer!